There's gotta be a better way than removing line by hand. Stay tuned and let's find out. So we'll start the timer now. Wearing down. Definitely. There we go. Time 3 minutes and 50 seconds by hand. Now let's go ahead and see what we can do with the line removers. What's up everybody? Todd Welch here from High Altitude Brands, and today we're going to review 4 of the top line removers or line strippers that I was able to find online in, of course, competition with doing it by hand, which I don't think anyone likes, removing fishing line by hand. So let's try all of these out and see which one holds up to their promises, which one works the best for removing fishing line from your fishing rod. And also, we're going to be giving these away as well. And to enter into that, you have to like, comment, and subscribe onto this video. Comment down below when you're done watching the video. Let me know which one you like the most. So remember, like, comment, subscribe, click that little bell to get notified more videos just like this. But let's go ahead and get started. Check these out. I have a High Altitude Brands telescopic rod here with our new reel and spooled it with 125 yards of 15-pound spider wire, which has 6-pound diameter. And I overspooled it, just as you can see there, but I did that, I wanted to get all 125 yards on there so we can see exactly how long it takes to remove it. And I also have a Black & Decker, just electric, cheap drill that we can use, and I'm using this one just because when I hold it, it has a consistent spin rate that I can just do full speed, so we can get an exact time measurement on how long it takes to remove fishing line with each different device here. So first off, we have the Dubrow bottle fishing line remover. This one requires a bottle to use it. And then we have the Berkeley fishing line remover. Then we have the LineOff fishing line remover. And last but not least, the Rapala electric line remover. So let's go ahead, open these guys up, dive into them, and see which one works out the best. Okay, so the first one we're going to start off with is the LineOff. Now this one says, allows fishing line to be quickly and easily removed from fishing reels of all sizes. And when I read a little bit more about it on their website, it says it can unspool up to 5 fishing reels at one time. You can even spool or remove your line onto this and save it for later and then put it back onto the fishing rod, supposedly using this as well, which is pretty cool. It's made in the USA, which of course is a bonus as well. And looking at it on Amazon right now, the current pricing is about $19.99 for the LineOff. And looking at the reviews right now, it has 21 reviews. All of them are 5 out of 5 stars, so that's really good. Some of them say, awesome, worth the money. This works very well. It is much more reliable than those all-in-one strippers like the Berkeley one. This really works, stops all desire to reinvent the wheel when trying to manufacture a device. It works great. I've had other battery-operated fishing line strippers in the past. This one works perfect, no batteries needed. And so on and so on. All glowing reviews so far on this one, which really is a good sign, but let's give it a shot ourselves and see how this works. So let's go ahead and open it up. And looks like on the inside of this here, they actually have some directions there, which is nice. And on the Amazon listing as well, there's actually a picture with step-by-step directions, which is really nice as well. But if you don't have that, then you got directions right here. So let's go ahead, pull this out. first thing I'm noticing is this is really heavy duty plastic. You can see how thick that plastic is in there, and it just feels really nice and sturdy, so I'm liking that a lot. Looks like we have a wing nut up here on top, and let's see if we unscrew that, and then that one comes right off, and that comes right out of the other cone, so that's how you take it apart. Pretty nice and easy there. Goes back together nice and easy as well, so that is good. And so I already read over the directions here, and it seems pretty easy. So let's go ahead and give this guy a shot. So what you're going to need to use this is some kind of drill. Now, as I said, I have a nice small Black & Decker battery operated drill here. Put the hex shaft here right into the drill, and we'll tighten that down. And there we go, got that on there, nice and simple as well. And then it says to loosen the wing nut a little bit so you get a gap in between these cones. So you can see there's a little bit of a gap there now. And then you can take your fishing line, my drill's not going to stand up, and open up the spool. And just put your fishing line right in between the cones, like that, right down inside there. And then you're supposed to tighten the nut. And it specifically says do not over tighten the wing nut, so I'm not going to do that. And my line is in there pretty tight. It's not coming out of there, so that is good. And then we just go ahead and run the drill. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to get a timer as well, just so we can see exactly how long this is going to take. All right, got the timer set. Just gonna leave this here. I got it through the first guide here, just to give it some direction here. That's what it says to do for spinning reels. I'm doing a spinning reel. It says it works for any type of reel, so bait casters or closed face, whatever you happen to be using, it's going to be similar. But let's go. Let's hit the timer and start running this and see what happens. I'm just kind of going back and forth here just to get the line kind of all over. I don't know if you actually have to do that. Probably not. Alright, there we go. I'm at the end of my fishing line. It took 2 minutes and 40 seconds to remove 125 yards. Now this is a slow drill. You could use a faster electric drill and it's going to be a lot faster, but it was really easy. I basically just held it down, kind of put a little pressure on this with my fingers just to keep the line tighter on here, and it worked quite well. Now, what it actually says is you could actually keep this like this, store it, and then maybe maintain your fishing reel or something like that, or whatever you want to do, and then actually put the fishing line right back on. We could reel it right back onto the rod. So let's just try a little bit of that. I don't want to put it all back on there because it says that you can open this up and then keep the line in a nice bundle and throw it away. But let's see about this here. I'm going to put this here so it doesn't go flying off the table. But let's see if I get it started on there. And yep, you can see right there it is reeling right back onto the reel without a problem. It's not really hanging up or anything like that. The line isn't on there perfectly because there are some points that I didn't put enough pressure perhaps, but it doesn't seem to be hanging up or anything like that. Really nicely going right back onto the reel. So that seems to work nicely there. There we go. There's the end. Alright, so then it says that we can open this up and undo this wing nut remove the hex shaft there, and then yeah, that cone pops right out. There's your bundle of fishing line. So you put a twist tie around that or something like that, and you got your fishing line nice and neat. And I actually read on their website that they are endorsed by various different fishing line recycling organizations, which is pretty cool as well, because it makes this nice convenient bundle and you can throw that away or not throw it away, recycle it actually is what you should do. So there we go. That works fantastically. I'm going to put this back together, see if I can salvage this line. All right, so next up is the Berkeley Line Stripper Max, it's called. It basically looks like half of the LineOff, but let's see. So it says, quickly remove line from fishing reels with a standard power drill. Large diameter spool strips line quickly. Built-in clutch. I'm not sure what it means by built-in clutch. Quick disconnect line release cap. Hex shaft drill attachment for use with standard power drills. And this one is made in China for this guy here. This one on Amazon is currently going for $13.96. And it's got 4.6 stars out of 5. 90% 5 stars, 10% 1 star, 15 total reviews on that. It says, a great new idea in fishing line removal. I recently tried the Berkeley line remover for changing braid and fluoro line. I found this to be both smooth and rapid removal. Works great, easy to use. This doohickey is worth every penny. Worth the price as advertised. And then we've got one here that says, not worth your money, don't waste your money. The thing broke while stripping the second reel. The ball bearings came flying out like it was shot out of a BB gun. I ended up Gorilla Gluing it together and loosening the chuck on the drill. But mostly positive. Makes line removal a breeze. Best money ever spent. Super easy to use and fast. Goodbye. So let's go ahead and try out the Berkeley Line Stripper Max here. So we'll open this guy up. And so I'm not seeing any directions on this guy here. They've got a picture of how the drill attaches, but that's pretty easy. Read and follow all drill manufacturer instructions. It says, I would like to, but I'm not seeing any. Oh, looks like there's something inside here. Let's open this up. So this comes off, and there you go. There are some instructions inside of here, so that is good. Let's see. Step 1, assemble plate onto base. Narrow end of cone, twist to lock. So this goes in and locks like that. There we go. Step 2, tie fishing line through triangle notch in plate. Tie fishing line through triangle notch in plate. Okay, I'm guessing right here there's a little cut, a little slit in there. Little triangle piece. So it says you actually have to tie it through there. Alright, so let's do that. It doesn't say which way to go, this way or this way, but I'm going to guess this way to keep the line on the inside. So let's see if we can get that through that little hole there. There we go. And let's tie it on there, it says. Give it a couple knots, a couple overhand knots, and there we go. That is on. Alright, so that is on. And step 3, connect cone bit into drill. Now the drill bit, the drill head, as you can see, is quite a ways in there, so it's a little more difficult to tighten down than the LineOff was. You kind of got to stick your fingers inside there to tighten the head of the drill. So that is a little more difficult, and then having to tie on there is a little more difficult as well instead of just going in between the hex. Warning, be careful not to entangle hair or clothing, of course. Start stripping line slowly into the base of the cone, then operate at reasonable speeds and move up the cone as the line stripper max fills. Use caution not to allow line to wrap around the drill. Once all line is removed from the reel, twist plate to unlock the base and discard line appropriately. Alright, so let's go ahead and give that a try here. We've got the fishing line open through the first guide here on the device. And okay, so we'll start the timer and go. Alright, so pretty good. It's just putting the line right on there for me. Whoop. The line just spooled out, so that's going to kind of break it from being able to put it back on. So I think you want to kind of keep it down towards the bottom if you wanted to reuse your line on this one. Otherwise it kind of pops out if you keep going up the spool, and then it slides everything back down. And you're going to want to slow down on all of these when you get to the end there, because the power of this reel could really easily pull your fishing rod right in and break off your first guide or something like that. So keep an eye on it as you're getting down there to the end, so you don't mess up your fishing reel or your fishing rod. So there you go. You can see on there, stripped it all off. With the binding that happened there, I don't think I'm going to be able to reuse most of this. Probably twist it up quite a bit. But it's all done there. And that one there took about 2 minutes. So it was a little bit quicker than the LineOff for removing it. And I'm thinking because the diameter of it. So it's pulling off more line per turn than the LineOff is. So a little bit faster on the Berkeley line remover max. And so let's go ahead and loosen this up here. There we go. And now it says that you can just remove this plate at the bottom and then take your line off. So we just twist it to unlock it, remove it, and we can slide our line right off. So pretty easy there, but we are still attached to this thing. So we're gonna have to get a pair of scissors and cut that. And there we go. So now our line is good to go. Losing some of it here. And you put a twist tie or something around that, or tie the line and recycle that or throw it away, whatever you decide to do with it. But there you go. So that is the line remover max. Compared to the LineOff so far, a little bit faster, saved about 20 to 30 seconds of removal time because of the bigger diameter. But I think you're going to be able to save your line less likely on this, because I messed up when I went up and it popped down and then it came out in a mess. And you also have to try to tie it through this little hole here and tie it to this end, where with the LineOff you could just put it right in the middle here and didn't have to tie anything. So then you also had to cut it at the end as well. So so far for me, the LineOff is definitely ahead by a little bit. A little bit easier to use, but it does take a little bit more time though than the Berkeley line remover max. So let's go ahead and keep trying some of these other ones here. Okay, so next up is Dubrow bottle bit fishing line remover. And so what this is, as you can see, it's just a small package, and it's just a bit basically that you attach to a plastic bottle to allow you to take the line off of a fishing reel. So let's go ahead and open this up, and I have a bottle here, a nice water bottle, and we'll give this a try, see how this works. Now, there's some little instructions here. Mounts to any plastic bottle. Drill a 5/16 hole in the cap. Secure bottle bit in drill. Attach bottle to cap and tie line. Worked with all electric drills. And then I just looked a little bit more on their website. And it says there's actually some nice instructions on their website, which is good. They've got a video of how it works as well. The Drawback to this one is you kind of have to provide your own parts, right? So you're going to need a water bottle. I got this water bottle. I like how it's all perfectly round instead of like a normal Coke bottle or something that's going to be narrower in the middle. And the reason being is then I can slide the line off, I'm hoping anyways, and reuse the bottle for more fishing reels if I needed to. But it does say that you can do multiple fishing reels. So you could do all of them at once. It might actually work better with like a Coke bottle with a narrower in the middle so the line kind of stays in the middle. But we'll see what happens here. And then you're also going to have to provide, it says a 5/16 bit to drill into the cap. And because you're going to have to stick this in there and attach the screw to hold it in place. So let's see how easily I can drill a 5/16 hole. I actually went one bit smaller than a 5/16 because the 5/16 looked too big for me. But let's see here. So I'm going to try to drill this without stabbing myself or anything. I'm actually going to go like this. Might be easier. All right. Put a nice dent in the table there, so you're not going to want to do that on your kitchen table. I almost got it centered, a little bit off-centered because the drill bit kind of kicked out there. But let's see if that fits in there. And it does fit in there. And I think I'm doing that the right way. Yeah, so there's a little picture here. The end with the screw threads goes through the top of the cap like that. And then I'm assuming we're putting the little lock washer on there and putting the other end there. Let's see. And tightening that down. Which is easier said than done because it's hard to get your fingers in there. Got it in there as tight as I can get it, finger tight. I don't have a pliers or anything, but it might be good to have some needle nose to tighten that on there good. And then we're going to put this end. Now, unlike the others, which have hex ends on them that go inside the screwdriver, this one is completely round. So I'm a little worried that that might slip a little bit, but probably not. We're not putting too much pressure on it. So let's see. Just put that in there, tighten it down pretty good. And then we will screw the bottle on here. All right. And yeah, I'm a little bit off center, so you can see the bottle is kind of bouncing around. But that looks like it'll work. And then it says that you have to either tie your line on or tape it on, either or. I'm going to go ahead and tie it on because I don't have any tape right here next to me. But let's go ahead and just tie it on there. Like that. Give it another tie. There we go. And then we will start the timer again here. Got this all bails open, everything's good. So let's go ahead and hit start and see where we end up. Alright, so there we go. Spooling onto the bottle here, nice and easy. Seems to be going on there fine, even though my bottle's wobbling all over the place. And stop. Alright, so all done. That took 1 minute, 15 seconds. Now your time, of course, is going to vary depending on the size of the bottle you're using. I'm using a little bigger bottle, so it's removing more line per turn. A smaller Coke bottle might be a little closer to that 1 minute, 45 seconds, 2 minutes. But very good. It worked just fine. Right onto the bottle there. And you could technically reel that back on. So you could put that aside, save it, put your line right back on there. In fact, let's just give that a try to see how that is going to work. We close my bail, and yeah, you can see the line is going right on there. The bottle's kind of wanting to fall over, so you're going to have to find a way to keep the bottle from going this way and coming off too easy. But it's going on there. Not quite as easy as the LineOff because the bottle's kind of going around, but works good. You can put this between your feet or something like that and figure that out. But that works just fine, just like the LineOff. And didn't have any trouble with slipping or anything like that, so that worry was unfounded. Just get that line off there again. Yep, works fine. And now I'm thinking I was thinking that I could just slide this off here. But it's not, yeah, it's on there too tight. If I really worked at it, I could probably get it off the end of that bottle. But most likely if you're removing the line, and especially if you're on a Coke bottle or something like that, you're looking at a single use on the bottle. So you'd have to get a new bottle each time, which is okay. You'll have to drill that drill bit through the top each time you want to do that. But I could tape this, set this aside, and this line is good to go. I can save this line. So that's one benefit, possibly over the LineOff, is that I could use multiple different bottles to keep different line if that's something you wanted to do. For me, usually when I'm removing the line, I am going to be replacing the line. So for me so far, the LineOff is still definitely tops. Maybe the LineOff, then the Berkeley, and close behind the Berkeley, maybe this bit remover. What was it called? Dubrow bottle bit. But again, if you're someone who likes to take off your line, maybe maintain your reel and save it, then the duo bottle bit would probably be the tops because you're going to be able to use multiple different bottles and save lots of different sections of line if that's something that you do quite frequently. All right, so far LineOff, Berkeley, then Dubrow for the normal spin fisherman who's just going to be replacing their line. And one last note on the Dubrow is it is made in the USA, so that is a thumbs up for that. And it does say recycle line properly on the bottom as well, so thumbs up there. All right, so the next one up is the Rapala line remover, the electric line remover. Berkeley makes one very similar as well. They both have similar reviews online and they're similarly priced as well. But since we're already doing a Berkeley product, I decided to try out the Rapala electric line remover. One thing it says on here, or a few things, it says high speed 5 feet per second line removal. And what's interesting is on the back, it says removes line 10 feet per second. So 5 feet per second on the front, 10 foot per second on the back. I'm not sure which one is accurate. Enhanced stripper wheel design, reduced screws on wheel, high torque motor, fine grit aluminum oxide stone. So it actually has this stone on the end where you're supposed to be able to sharpen your hooks as well. So a little added benefit, I guess, there. This is made in China on this one as well. On their website, it says a must-have tool for any angler's arsenal. This handy tool strips the line via enhanced strip wheel. Same thing as on the package. Now, one thing for this is it does require 4 AA batteries, which are not included in the package. So you're going to have to buy yourself 4 AA batteries for that as well. Current pricing on Amazon for this guy is $17.49. And it currently has 97 ratings with a 3.7 out of 5 stars. Better than the old model. I've used the older model for years. The line rollers were getting worse. Motor seems more powerful. Dislike the small cylindrical grinding wheel, simply fell off on the first attempt to use it. I'm assuming he means maybe the sharpening stone or something. Great line remover. I was happy to have received this for Christmas. 5 stars. I've been bass tournament fishing for 40 years, and this is by far the best line stripper. Doesn't work. Comes without instructions. First thing you have to do is try to figure out how to use it. Broke down after 3 tries. Not worth it. This one I received was missing the sharpening stone. Removed fishing line from my rod and reels on the 3rd rod. The sanding cylinder rose up out of the tool. It quit spinning and broke. You need this tool. Change all your line once a year. Okay product. Was hoping for something better quality. So kind of split on that. It's either looks like mostly love it or hate it. 49% 5 stars, 17% 1 star. So those are the reviews on Amazon. Let's go ahead and open it up, put some batteries in, and see what we've got going on. Definitely not easy to remove packaging. All right, so let's see. And they are correct, that review. There are no instructions as to how to use it. Looks like I am going to, my guess is, need a Phillips screwdriver to open this up and put the batteries in. Got a screwdriver. It's a pretty small one that you're going to need there. So you're going to have a pretty small headed Phillips screwdriver. There we go. Don't lose the screw. And okay, so yeah, looks like that is where the batteries go in there. Looks like on one side, you're gonna have to put the negative down, and the other, the negative up. Doesn't, oh, it says here on the side, yep. There's a little diagram on the side. So on this side, the positive up, the other side, positive down. Uh-oh. Okay, it just broke open on me already. Trying to put the batteries in. This came apart on me here. Snap that back together. Not a good start there. See if I can get them to slide in alongside each other. There we go. Now they're in there. And I can put this back on, which goes this way, looks like. Yep, there we go. And let's see. Yep, that's working. Don't lose this little tiny screw here. There we go. And yeah, you hit that button, it looks like, and it goes. So I'm guessing there's a little hole here. You must just stick your line through there. I can't really see through it much. So I'm not sure. Oh, there's an arrow on the front here pointing this way. So your line must have to go through this side for it to work. Oh, and this sharpening stone actually spins when you hit the button as well. So that's interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and time it. All right, so at this direction, so let's go ahead and just feed the line in here and hit the button. Okay, so that was easy enough. Interestingly, I can actually pull it back through, so it's not very tight. I don't know if it tightens down when you hit the button or not, but that's a little worrisome that I can just pull the line through like that. But let's see what happens. And go. Okay, it stopped there. Got stuck again. Alright, so it's not holding on to this line. It works. There we go. You got to get it like just in the right place. When it goes, it's pulling off really fast, but and you can see the lines just kind of going all over the place. Okay. Okay, there we go. We need to hold it up here. I need to give a little pressure on it, but it seems like my batteries are dying already. I thought those were new batteries. Let's pause that, start the timer again. There we go. Going a little bit better, and it is going pretty quick. So it looks like you have to put a little pressure on this side here, otherwise it doesn't keep grabbing it. But the line is just going all over the place, as you can see here, and that is it. We'll stop. So that is 1 minute and about 13 seconds. Subtract a little bit, so maybe about a minute if we hadn't had to stop and my batteries were good at the beginning, and figure it out there. So once you knew how to do it, about a minute to strip 125 yards. But we got line all over the place here. So that I don't really like. And there's definitely no chance of putting that back on the reel. So if that was something you wanted to do, this is not going to cut that. You're pretty much done with the line there. So the hook sharpener is kind of cool though. You could maybe sharpen a hook with that or something. Yeah, it works. It's the fastest of all of them so far. It really shoots the line off there, but it literally shoots the line all over. So now you're gonna gotta pick this up. I got it over there as well, and you're definitely not gonna be able to reuse it. All right, so the Rapala was definitely the winner speed-wise, but for me it was the most difficult to use. Had to have a little finesse there, and your line just kind of goes all over. Plus you're gonna need batteries for this, so you're gonna have to be buying batteries. It's cool, it's nice, it gets the job done, but I don't think I would personally go for that one. Second place is pretty closely between the Berkeley Line Remover Max and the Dubrow bottle bit. I really like the Dubrow bottle bit because you could use multiple bottles. So if you're someone who likes to keep your line, remove it from your fishing reels and keep it, you could have a bunch of bottles to keep that line and then put it back on, or put it on a different reel or something like that. So for that purpose, if that's something that you do, this bottle bit would definitely be at the top. I don't personally do that. That's not something I usually do. Usually when I take the line off, I'm replacing it to put new stuff on, maybe in the spring or something like that. So this is more tied with the Berkeley line remover here for me. But it's a really good idea. It's the cheapest of all of them, under $5 as well. One thing I would probably recommend with them, or to them if I could tell them, is to maybe include a drill bit with this, so that you have the exact size drill bit. I don't think it would increase the cost too much, maybe $1 or something like that, but that way it'd be kind of all in one, and you'd be able to make it a lot easier. You wouldn't have to find a drill bit. But I like it. Second or third place for me, maybe tied for second. Berkeley Line Remover Max worked really well. It's very similar to the LineOff, but it's like half of it basically. Where this one kind of fell off for me is having to tie your line through that really small little triangle there, and so then of course you have to cut your line when you're done. If you did it right and you got good at it, I think you could reuse your line on this as well, so that would be an option. And you can easily remove the bottom, take the line off, and recycle it. The other downside was that the drill bit connection is inside here a little ways, so you're kind of having to reach inside there to try to tighten your drill on there. So yeah, a second or maybe third, as I said, tied here for second and third. And definitely in my opinion, the LineOff was the best. It is the most expensive at about $19.99 on Amazon currently, but it's definitely the most functional, I think. Being able to loosen up this top hex nut, put your line in between there, clamp it back down so you don't have to tie it or tape it or anything like that. And the drill bit connection sticks out, so that was nice and easy to attach it. And the whole thing comes apart so you can recycle your line nice and easy, right like that. It does take a little bit more time to take apart than the Berkeley, but the construction is really nice. I don't think you're going to have to worry about it. The construction on the Berkeley is nice as well. It's nice and strong. This is a little weaker, so I would worry that you could maybe wear that out over time, the clicker on there. But overall, it's good construction. This is good construction. It's all metal. This is not bad. But yeah, the LineOff for me, definitely the winner, because like I said, I'm removing my line to put new line on there. So that is definitely the one that I am going to declare the winner in this video. But let me know down below in the comments. And also, I'm going to give these away as well. So whichever one you want to enter into that contest, what you're going to have to do is down below, click subscribe, click that little bell to get notified of more videos like this, and comment down below which one you like the best. And we're going to draw a first person who's going to get whatever one they choose. Then we'll draw a second person who's going to pick from the remaining 3, a third person who gets to pick from the remaining 2, and the fourth winner will get the remaining final device. So 4 winners. We're going to give all these away for you. Again, like, comment, and subscribe to this video to enter into that contest. Let me know down below which one of these you like the best. So yeah, LineOff, definitely the winner. Let me know your thoughts down below. Other than that, this is Todd Welch with High Altitude Brands signing off. Tight lines, everybody.